Okay folks, so today I'm going to be replacing my rear window regulator on the car. Here's the part here. I just ordered this new one. For those of you that know or don't know, or your window regulator obviously regulates the power window going up and down. So right now it's broken and it won't go up. It'll go down, but it won't go up. So anyway, I'm gonna take the old one off and replace it with the new one. Okay, so the first thing I did is take this panel off right here. You take this off, and behind this panel lies 3 screws. Take those 3 screws out of there. 1, 2, and 3. And you take screw out down here. It's number 4, take that out. And then after that you remove the panel. Once you remove the panel, you have to unhook it from the back as well. So you have a clip here that you just want to snap it out of. And you unhook it. This blue one here goes in the front there, and then of course this one goes behind it. Okay, so I removed the motor from here. Here's the motor. Now what I'm going to do is lift the water shield up. Take this screw out right here, the T25. I already started to loosen it up. So it's a T25. You take that out. That's holding the back end of the regulator. The bracket of the regulator is holding it in. So. Okay, so next I remove this triangle piece here. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to pull back the weather strip, the rubber weather strip here. So after taking out the triangle piece, you'll pull off the weather strip. You just have to bring it down to here. You don't have to take the whole thing off, but to about right here, it's fine. Once you pull the rubber off here, you have to remove 4 T45 bolts after you take off these. So you have these 2 little caps here. You have this one right here, and this one similar on the other side. Take those caps off and you remove the T45 screws. There'll be one inside of here. You have this one here, one here, and then one inside of here. So you remove those 4 T45 screws. Okay, so after taking those 4 T45s out, I'm going to go ahead and pull the water shield. I'm going to go ahead and take the water shield off. Okay, next we're going to remove these 2 T30 bolts, one right here, and the other one right here. Okay, so after you remove those 2 T30s, you should be able to just remove the window, just lift it up out of there. remove the whole thing out. Okay, so next we're going to remove these two T25 screws right here. You want to mark how your regulator is in the slots. That way when you replace it with the new one, you'll know how to line it up. Next, you want to take out the T25 that holds the regulator to the frame here. Take this one out. Save that, you're gonna need that screw. Okay, so what we're gonna do is pretty much everything in reverse. Here's my new one here. Here's the new regulator, here's the old one. I'm gonna cut this clip, then I'm gonna take this one off, and we're gonna install the new one using the same T25 screw. And then we're gonna just do everything in reverse pretty much, all right? Okay, so I put the new regulator on, I put the window in. You wanna make sure that the window, it can slide up and down nice and easily. Some like this, up and down. Okay, and then I'm gonna attach it to the regulator here. Attach it to the new one. Gonna make sure that the regulators in the slots that I created earlier, I put the marks down so I'll know where to put it. Okay. So I got it centered the way I want it, and now I'm gonna put the two T25s that hold them in. Okay, once we have that back in place, we now want to put the window back in the frame. After you put the window back in there, you just want to make sure you go back, put all your bolts in. I'm going to start off with the two T30s, the one that was here and the other one that was here. And then I'm going to go back and put in the T45 bolts, the 4 that was holding the window in place, okay? You don't want to tighten them down too tight. You just want to get them in place for now, and then we'll come back and tighten them up in a minute. Might want to set your T45 on there first before you decide to put it in there. That way you can get it inside of the slot easily. So we put all our screws in place. We're not gonna tighten them just in case, we're not gonna make them too tight, just in case we need to adjust the window, push it up or something like that. So we're gonna put all the screws in. After that, you're gonna put your weather strip back on. Okay, so now we have the weather strip back on. Okay, next I'm going to put in the T25 that attaches the bottom of the regulator here. Put that in. Okay, next I'm gonna reach in and I'm gonna push the regulator through the hole here. Okay, and then I'm gonna reinstall the 2 rubber plugs that are on the end here. And there, the T45, there are the covers on the T45 screws. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna put the water shield back on. I'm gonna put a little bit of rubber glue on it, put it back in place there. I've already reinstalled the triangle that we took off. And since we're putting a new regulator on, you might want to put your screws in first just to create the grooves for it, and then take them back out. Okay, so I just reconnect the battery. So now we're gonna test out the back window and see if it works. See the lights on there. So now we're just gonna test it out. Put the shields on and everything. So, cross your finger, folks. Ha ha, we got a window. We did it. Okay, so everything's been connected. Put the screws back in. We got the motor back on. All the connectors are here. Next thing I gotta do is just put this panel back on. All the screws have been tightened. I'm gonna go and unhook the battery again for now until after I finish up. And that's it. And after that, everything is in reverse. Put the door back on. Have to put the screws and the panels and everything back on. And the molding here. Put silver molding on. So. Folks, and that is it. I just showed you how to take off an old window regulator and put on a new one. So now this one here is trash. This is the old one. New one's on there. And it feels good to be able to roll your window up and down. So anyway, that's ReekG. That's all we have for now. I got to do it myself. It's a DIY, all right? So tune in. See you next time. Peace.